Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jaco with Unleashing Intuition Secrets. So, silver prices are booming today. I don't want you guys to FOMO, fear of missing out, but that seems to be the way most people invest. Today, it's up over 5%. It pushed through resistance, it pushed through manipulation and control, and it's up fairly significantly today. Now, we're going to look at what may be setting off. Like Jamie Dimon was speaking over the last several days, last week, and he brought up some very interesting points about the bond market. So the bond market, as he said, is not if, when it's going to implode. Now, when it implodes, it basically takes everything with it. It takes the stock market. The stock market, everything is debt-based in our economy right now. It's extremely overvalued, and lots of money has been dumped in it all the way back to 2008, 2009, and of course, COVID. Now we're going to see a massive sell-off, I think, at some point. But before that, we're going to get a nice little pump in silver. It'll be a great time if you have silver to make a nice little fortune. And if you're not in silver, still not too late, because I think silver will easily go beyond $150, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. So let's look at what Jamie Dimon said, and then we'll get a better idea of what's going on.
Well, they used to be partially because of rules and regulations, and you are going to see a crack in the bond market. Okay, it is going to happen. And I tell this to my regulators, some of you in this room. I'm telling you it's going to happen, and you're going to panic. I'm not going to panic. We'll be fine. We'll probably make more money, and then something.
Yeah, because that's what they do. They create the panics, and then they make money off of it. They manipulate the markets, and then they make money off it. So they're telling us that there will be a panic in the bond market. Now, the bond market's much bigger than the stock market. If the bond market deteriorates, which it has done in every market sell-off first, then we'll see some significant sell-off in the because the stock market finds out about it last. So Jamie Dimon is telling us in the beginning, here it comes. So you better get ready. Of course, we've had Warren Buffett. He always knows when things are coming. He has really come out of the market over the last year. He has gone mostly to cash. He has sold off almost all of his banking stocks. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to put his money to work when everything sells off. Same thing that happened with the Rothschilds when they faked a loss to Napoleon, and the London exchange sold off. And then the real news came back, and they knew the real news was coming back, and they were ready. They bought at the low, and then they sold at the high. So we'll see the same thing happen again. Those of you that have been paying attention know that silver prices will explode upwards before everything falls apart, I believe. Even after everything falls apart, silver prices go exceptionally higher. So maybe we've seen the pullback that we're going to see, and now we're going to see things really, really take off. And we'll look at some charts about that. I just want to bring this to your attention. So you have the Treasury note, 10-year Treasury note. This is one I watch. This is what most of the more advanced traders look at. As you see here over the day, it has spiked higher. It's pulled back a little bit today. If you look at it over the last, let's say, 3 months, we saw a spike not too long ago to 4.6. So if we get back to 4.5, we're going to see some nervousness in the markets. Have we seen the bond market, start to spike? I think we have. Jamie Dimon told us it's going to come. So as we continue to move forward, we'll see, like I said, silver take off. Now, silver today, like I said, has taken off. Let's look at the chart of silver. It is most impressive. Today or yesterday, I was looking at silver. I was like, this is probably going to start seeing 5 and 10% spikes. because I think tomorrow, this is because I was looking at the numbers, it's probably going to break over 33.70 and 33.90, and then it's going to break over 34.50, and then it's going to really take off. So look at this this spike in silver today. That's impressive. Very significant spike. It's up $1.70 right at 71 right now. It's almost 5.2% in one day. All right. So it really took off. This is a 4-hour chart. So look at it. It's blowing up big, going to the moon. All right. So the market pulled back a little bit today, and then went higher. Who knows what the stock market's going to do? Now crypto has pulled back. It pulled back pretty significantly yesterday. Probably knew that silver was going to blow up. So everybody's getting their money out of crypto, and they're getting ready to put it in commodities. So that's pretty much what we're going to start to see, guys. We're going to start to see silver, I believe, really take off. You guys are in blockchains. That's fine. We'll see how that works out for you long term. Maybe short term, we'll continue to see the stock market go up, and we'll maybe get a little pop in crypto. But in the meantime, the real value is going to be in silver and gold and other commodities. Oil was up today. Believe it or not, it has pulled back, even though OPEC increased production. Oil went up. So why? Because people are going to start to move into commodities, guys. They're going to come out of crypto. They're going to come out of stock market. They're going to come out of bonds. And just like they have in the past, they're going to go where real value has always been throughout times of turmoil. So this was a show that I did with Dr. Kirk Elliott on Friday. Look at this. This is basically the Japanese yen, the carry trade. You can see throughout time where there has been massive spikes downward in the stock market. In 2001 market crash. See how the yen carry trade collapsed. The 2007, 2008 stock market crash pullback. Remember how everybody was really excited about that? Now also look at the 2020, the COVID. Look at that little spike downward. Now look at where we are at now. It dwarfs all of these combined, yet the stock market is still up. There is serious manipulation, and today the manipulation started to come off of silver.
I remember how bad that was. Right. It was horrible. And we all remember clearly how bad COVID was for business in America, and all the stimulus money that needed to be created to keep the entire economy afloat, how bad those two time frames were. This time, it's like double or triply as bad, and the duration is much longer, right? It's like those things seem to be short, and we remember them as being extremely severe because they were. But just look at the magnitude of what this one is. This signifies to me that this is a global bond market collapse that's about to happen, because it's way worse than those other periods. And absolutely.
So Dr. Kirk Elliott, obviously, he wears his doctor, in economy very well. He knows, he's been in the market for a long time. He's been into commodities. He's got one of the biggest silver, where people can invest in it. So I highly recommend Dr. Kirk Elliott. Now let's look at another chart of silver. I showed you guys the hourly chart, the 4-hour chart. Let's look at it on the daily, and then we can look back a little bit in time and see where the more recent high was, and then what we can look forward to in the future. So I'll go through over the last, like we see, we have this deep pullback. Now, usually when you have a deep pullback like this, as I'm going to show you, it usually translates into a very massive upward movement. So this is kind of like a correction, and then the counter correction is basically a stock market or a silver market that accelerates to the high side, to an extremely high side. So if you look at the multi-year high, which is right now at 35.50-ish, we're not very far off that. So like I said, there was resistance back here. If you look at this over multiple months, all the way back into November timeframe, October-November timeframe, you see the resistance level was at 33.80, 33.90 around there. So today we busted through that pretty significantly. And as you guys can see, there was another one. There's 33.90. Here's 33.90. You see how it reached that level and then it got rejected. Boom. It tried to bounce over that. It stayed close to it. So we got a little bull flag going on right here. And now when you have a bull flag like that, you usually get a breakout. So we've had the breakout. We're getting higher highs and higher lows now from that sell-off. So that's going to be very significant, I think, going forward. So I want you guys to be aware of that. So long term, we're going to look at what this looks like for 30 and 100 years out. It's very, very insightful. You look at the long term, what happens to silver, and it basically follows, the stock market pullbacks. As you guys can see here, the gray areas are the stock market pullbacks. It'll get a pullback, and then it'll explode higher. All right, so this is inflation adjusted. So in 2011, the inflation adjusted high is 69.30. 69.30. Right, so that's going to be. We're not even close to that yet. Today we're up at like, I don't know, probably 35-ish. If you look at almost 35. So inflation adjusted, we need a lot more. We have a lot more to run. So let's look at all the way back to 1920. We get the pullback, and then we get explosion higher. So the pullback all the way down around $5-6, and then it tripled, and then it pulled back, and then it doubled from the pullback. And then you look at this pullback in the 70s, 71, $10, all the way up to, let's see if we can catch that. So $10 almost quadrupled, or up to, quadrupled. And then from a little bit of pullback again. And then we went to the all-time high, which was 167. All right, is it going to catch that? 146. Okay, 146.91 inflation adjusted high. So as you guys can see, we're far from that, but we're going to hit that. So I've been saying we're going to see $150 silver very easily, and probably more, because when you get an explosion higher from all-time lows, so the all-time low back here was $5. So, geez, that's a lot higher, right? So all-time low. So what would our all-time low be? Did we just get a pullback? I think we did. So if you look at the stock market, what just happened with the pullback, there was a lot of panic. That's where you saw silver sell off. And now the stock market's heading higher. We're going to see silver start to break out like we're doing right now. Is it going to go to all-time highs? $50, 60, 70, 5, 150, 200, right? I believe it's going to easily go to 150, and I think by the middle of next year. So that's my, I think 75 by the end of this year, and then it'll double again next year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So if you're not in silver, or you're in silver, today probably would be a good day to get more silver, and then take advantage of the coming uptrend. So Dr. Kirk Elliott, KEPM.com. And check that out. In the description box, there's the links. All right, guys. I'll be back again at 5 o'clock to give you guys more insights of what's going on in the world. I'll see you then.